Today I'm going to show you how to create a simple event registration form with a couple of clicks, similar to this one you see on the screen right now. It has conditional fields, form abandonment option, that is, if I leave the page and return later, then all the field contains already entered information. And what's even more awesome is that you can create PDF attachments which contain all the related info, like the one you see on the screen right now. All the information comes from the form submission. Setting this up is really easy, so let's jump in. The plugin I'm going to use today is called BitForm, the one you see on the screen right now. Currently it has more than 6,000 active installations, and as you see, mostly 5-star reviews. It's a third video of the series. I have already created 2 videos. First is how to create a multi-step form. Second video is about how to create a form which allows you to sell products without WooCommerce. For example, select products, change quantities, shipping. All the information about totals and taxes are displayed here. And you can pay either with Stripe, PayPal or your credit card. I'll put links to these videos in the video description, so be sure to take a look at them later. But now let's create the form. So let's go to the BitForm menu. As you see, I have a bunch of forms already created. I can duplicate it here. I can see the responses, edit it, set up the integrations, and so on. I have also made a full tutorial and review about all the features that BitForm has. I'm going to put the link to this video also in the video description. So therefore, I'm going to skip most of the settings and stuff and just concentrate on creating a form. So let's create a form, blank form. Let's give it the title, event registration. Adding fields is really easy. First is text field. I'm going to drop it here. Select it, give it a label name. I'm going to hide it. Inside the placeholder, I'm going to add enter your full name. I'm going to set it to required. And inside input icons, I'm going to set a trailing icon, that is, let's search for user icon, for example, this one here. Download and save, and it's displayed here. Now I'm going to drag the size of it, or I can set the size here. For example, 19 is the width. Next, I'm going to drag email field at the placeholder, set it as required, width 19, drag it here. Label is email, but I'm going to hide it. Once again, I'm going to set the trailing icon. Let's search for email, for example, this one here. Done. Now another text field, although I can also duplicate it. Drag it here. Label is going to be phone number. I'm going to hide it, and inside the placeholder I'm going to add enter your phone number. It's already required, but I'm going to change the trailing icon. I'm going to search for phone. Let's do this one. Okay, almost there. Now let's search for a section. Add it here. Let's set the section width to 30. And now let's add a radio field here. Radio button, drag it here. Title, select your ticket type. It's required. This time I'm going to add a leading icon. Search for ticket, download and save, and it's here. Let's scroll down and edit some options. I'm going to add here general, VIP, and student. Next, I'm going to add a checkbox field, drag it down below here. Label is going to be select workshops. Leading icon is a tool, this one here. It's required field. Let's select some options, for example, public speaking workshop, effective communication workshop, and presentation skills workshop. Done. Next, I'm going to duplicate this section and drag it here. I'm going to delete this field and this field. Instead, I'm going to add here a text field. One more thing, I'm going to select this section and rename it as workshops, but I'm going to hide the label. I'm going to do the same with this one here. Information, but I'm going to hide it. Instead, I'm going to select this text field, rename it as student ID, leading icon. Let's search for ID. I'm gonna add this icon in front of it. Inside the placeholder, I'm gonna add enter your student ID. I'm gonna set this as required. Next one, I'm gonna search for number field, drag it down below here. I'm gonna leave the placeholder as it is, but label is number of tickets. Set this as a required, and leading icon is hash. Let's download it and save it. And now we have a couple of fields to add. First is drop down. Let's add the label as dietary requirements. It's required field. Placeholder, select your requirements. And now let's add some options here. So let's edit this list. Let's add none, vegan, gluten-free. Now a couple of options here. First is whether to allow multiple selections. I'll allow that. Whether there is an option to clear your selected options, I'm going to activate that. But I'm going to disable the search option because there are not so many options to select from. Now one more thing. Back to the leading icon and let's choose this one here. Next, I'm going to add a checkbox. This one here. Label is I agree to terms and conditions, but I'm going to hide the label. And under the options, I'm going to delete those two, but add this one here. Almost there. The last one, let's search for reCAPTCHA. I'm going to drag it here. One more thing for you to know though is that if we go back and take a look at the app settings, there is a reCAPTCHA option here. You have to configure it. For example, if you open it up, there is a site key and secret key that you need to add here. If you don't know how to get the secret key and site key, here's the tutorial for you. It's fairly simple. It's going to take a couple of minutes and you'll get the keys. When this is set up, I'm going to go back once again here. I added the reCAPTCHA option and now there are some other options here, but I'm not going to do anything with these. Instead, I'm going to drag this button down below here. It's going to be a full width button. Name is register now and done. Now if I update, then basically my form is ready. Before I proceed with the video, don't forget to smash that like button down below here. It means a lot to me and it also helps my channel. So I would appreciate your help. Now a couple of other things. As you see, there is a icon like this one here, style. If you click on it, then you can style all sorts of stuff here. For example, if I open up the label container, override forms theme styles, I'm going to add border, 1 pixel, solid, done, and some padding bottom, for example, 10 pixels, and you'll see there's a border down below here. In a similar way, you can customize everything here. There is also element inspector. If you click and select, then it will be selected accordingly and you can customize it. Once again, I'm going to click here, select, override theme styles, and can customize it as I like. For example, margin, padding, width, and so on. Now, in order to keep it short, I'm going to pause the video and customize it a bit. And then I'm going to come back and show you what did I do. Well, it's done. Everything is here. Now, how to publish it. If you click on a publish button, then there is a shortcode. Let's grab it. Let's go to the pages. Let's add a shortcode. Paste it here. Save it. View it. And there it is. So what did I do with the styling? I added some padding for this section. I added border here and here. I added some spacing also between the fields. Now we need to set up the conditional fields. That is, for example, if someone selects the student, then this field is displayed. How to do that? Let's go back to the BitForm. Let's open up the form. Go to the settings. Open up conditional logic. Now add conditional logic. It is added here. Open it up. Rename it, for example, conditional fields. Action effect is always and action behavior is condition. Now let's delete this one and select if select your ticket type equals student, then student ID is set to show. But else, that is, if this is selected, then display the field. Otherwise, student ID field is hidden. Update it and done. Next, let's go to the PDF templates because we need to add the PDF attachment. But before we do that, I'm gonna go back here. Let's open up app settings and there is a PDF. Here you can set the paper size, orientation, font family, font size, add the watermark if needed and language directions. Also there are some available fonts for your PDF. If this is done, then open up your form, go to the settings, open up PDF templates. You can set up as many PDF templates as you like. Adding one is easy. Just click here, add title PDF for user. Now let's add some text. Hi, for example, this is a name field. I know it because if I select it, it's here. So, hi, Jack. Now let's add some text. I can use smart tag fields. I can add form fields. For example, this one I can add inside the text. Let's make it bold. Let's add one more this time. It's smart tag field. This one, let's make it bold. Next, to keep it simple, I'm going to click on this map all field with table button. Now I can rename everything as I like. For example, name, email, phone. I can delete fields if needed, add fields if needed. When it's done, let's save the template and it's here. Now I'm going to go to the email templates. In a similar way, I can create email templates. Let's do one. Template name, subject, and here's the email body. In order to keep it short, I'm going to show what did I do here. Once again, map all field with table, done, it's here. Now when those two are set up, then I'm going to go back to the conditional logic and I'm going to add a email. I've already set up for the admin, that is action run is record create edit, action effect only on form submit, action behavior always. Now it's an email notification. I can choose the email, whether it's admin or user template. Here I'll add the email address I would like the email to be sent. From email is my own domain. From name is my name. I can also add my customer here. Form field is email field. So the same email will be sent to them. And here is an attachment, PDF for emails or PDF for user, whatever I choose here. And it's done. In a similar way, I can add another one for user separately if needed. But at the moment, I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to update it and go to the form abandonment. By default, it's deactivated. So let's activate it and let's activate show warning message below the form description. This is the message and you can customize the message here. Next one, you can enable the draft saving only for logged in users. I'm going to activate repopulate form fields with previous partial entry. That is, if someone has only his or her name here, goes to other page and returns, then this is pre-filled. The next one, save draft when user leaves the form page. I'm going to activate also this one and let's update it. There you go. Here's our form. And now let's test it. Let's add an email here. Phone number. Test the conditional field. Select workshops. Add ticket numbers. Some vegetarian requirements. Agree to the terms. Select the reCAPTCHA. Click here. Form successfully submitted. And now if I open up my email, then there is an email plus the PDF with all the information. Awesome, isn't it? Now, before we wrap up, I have to mention though that there is a pro version for the BitForm, and if you need some complex forms, then you need a pro version. In this video, I also use the pro version. So here's the pro version and here's the pricing. This is the current pricing. There is a campaign going on, but if you watch this video later when there is no campaign, then take a look at the description of this video because there is a nice 40% discount coupon for you. Just follow the link and use the coupon and you're good to go. Now before you go, As I mentioned earlier, I have made a full tutorial on how to use BitForm. This video is on the screen right now, so be sure to take a look at this video next. In the meantime, take care.